We are looking at characteristics of a business letter. What are the characteristics of a business letter? So let us put it down like this. Characteristics of a business letter. What are these? When you are writing a business letter, you have to write your own address in full. So the first thing is write your own address in full. We are going to see that for a friendly letter, when you are writing that letter, you don't have to put down your own address. So that is a difference between a friendly and a business letter. After which you have to skip a line and write the date in full. So after you have written your own address in full, you skip a line and write the date in full. Okay, so after writing the date in full, we have to write the official position of the person in authority who is to receive the letter, the non-relative recipient. For example, the director, the manager, the councillor, the minister, the head, the member of parliament, the human resource manager, and so on. So we just have to write the official position. Official position of what? Of the person in authority. Okay? Who is to receive the letter. Let us just put down a few examples. And what are these examples? For example, the school head, the manager, etc. So let me just explain this for a while. You write your own address in full. Saka munonyora address yenyu yakazara. You skip a line and write the date in full. After which, you write the official position of the person in authority who is to receive the letter. So who are you writing to? Instead of saying, Dear Tapiwa, assuming that your friend, the one you are writing to, is your friend and their name is Tapiwa. You don't say Dear Tapiwa or Dear anyone else. You address, even though you know the name of the person you are writing to, you have to address them by their official position. Be it the school head, the manager, the director, the member of parliament, the president of a country, the president of an organization, etc. Okay? Then the forwarding address comes immediately after this. So, after this, you write what is called the forwarding address. So, what is the forwarding address? The forwarding address is the address where the letter is going. That's what a forwarding address is. You are writing to the school head of your school. So the forwarding address is going to be the address of the school. If you are writing to a company, it should be the address of the company. Even though, or even when you know the personal address or the home address of the headmaster, if it is a business letter, it is most appropriate to address it to the address of the school or address of the organization over which the headmaster holds an official position. After which we have to write the salutation, we usually write dear sir or madam if we are not sure whether the person in authority is a man or a woman. However, you may be sure that your counselor is a woman or a man, and thus you just write dear madam only or dear sir only. Then after this, we have to write what is called a salutation. So we write the salutation. And what is the salutation? For example, our example here is dear sir or madam. Sometimes you do not know whether you are writing to a man or to a woman. So to be safe, you just say dear sir or madam. But if you are sure that you are writing to a man or sure that you are writing to a woman, then you just say dear sir. If it is a man, dear madam. If it is a woman. After this, we write what is called the subject of the business for which you are writing the letter. So we write the subject of the business for which we are writing the letter. Then write, we put RE before the sentence. Then on this line, you write the subject matter of the business for which you are writing the letter. Like this. So this is the general outlay. This is the general formatting of a business letter. But we are going to have an example of how this is written in a moment. Let us look at an example on how we write the reference. And we specified that the reference is referred to as RE. So when we write the reference, it will be like this, RE, then we put a semicolon, application for a Form 1 place, like this. We have to take note that it should be written in small letters, then underlined. So we wrote in small letters. What is left now is to underline, like this. This is the reference. We write it in a business letter. Then write the body of the letter using the points which you have been given. So after writing the reference, we then have to write what is called the body. And writing the body, which is actually the main part of the business letter, we have to write the body using the points. So here we use the points we are given. Kana takunyora body, inova iyo yatinonyora after tanyora maadress edu, then after maadress tinozonyora utichi reference kana kuti RE application for a Form 1 place. Kureva kuti watiri kunyorera panapa ndi headmaster kana kuti chikoro. And so writing to this school now, our reference is application for a Form 1 place, and we write our body. We have to arrange the points in an order we think is favorable to us. So we have autonomy. What I mean by this, we are allowed to arrange the points however we see fit. We have to use correct grammar and also use correct tenses. We have to punctuate our sentences properly And we also have to use polite formal language in our writing. So while list writing the body, we have to use proper or correct grammar, tenses, and spellings. This is what the examiner marks. Ndozvinomakwa izvi. Tinomaka grammar, tinomaka matenses, tinomaka maspellings. We should also punctuate whenever required. So punctuating, kuisa ma capital letters panofanirwa kuenda ma capital letters, ma small letters panofanirwa kuenda ma small letters. We have to remember that every noun should be capitalized. And by noun we mean names of places, names of people, names of offices. Zita remunhu rinonyorwa in a capital letter. Names of countries, for example. So we have to punctuate it wherever, whenever required. And then most importantly, we have to use polite, formal language. As we illustrated earlier, that a business letter should be written in polite, formal language. In rural areas, we receive our letters at schools, clinics, shops, at churches, or some other permanently set up institution. Kumisha, hakuna ma-address semaziviro atinomaita kana tiri kutown. So nepamusana pekuti hakuna ma-address ari fixed. Asi address yechikoro, address yeclinic, address yema-shops inenge iri fixed. Nekudaro, that's where letters are received. Therefore, when we want to write our letters, we first write the address of any of the stated institutions which we choose as our address. So if we are writing to the rural areas, you have to know an institution which is closer to your recipient. If you are writing to a school, of course, we just use the school's address. But if you are writing to, let us say you are looking for a job, you have heard that there is a shop owner in the rural areas who can offer you a job. But these shops do not have a fixed address. Then you can then write to him or her using the clinic as your address. So this is a technicality which comes from the fact that addresses in the rural areas are not as fixed. In our next lesson, we are going to be looking at the friendly letter. Tiri more concerned about the format of the friendly letter, kutinonyorwa sei, but we should also focus on how it is different from how a business letter is written.